Hi, I'm here again, Carlos Martinez, with the presentation for the three units that we study, also with the project with the Olango to learn Turkish. It was quite interesting when I was reading these three chapters to see how online learning has become like more specialized. I mean, there have been more research, more advancements in technology, and it's quite interesting to see. I mean, the way the old technology help to develop as asynchronous and synchronous learning. Using online learning, satellites. It's interesting to see how it has been a lot of advancement in the way, for example, like virtual learning, the way students communicate with other students and the teacher, the way they have been researching um, into how can I explain the atmosphere or the environment where the student is learning, how this impacts the student, the way students should communicate and receive feedback. Um, um, I was reading at the other part with Wimba. It's interesting. This company developed a very advanced system for online communication in language learning, where students use voice that can be translated, that can be analyzed. I think it's quite advanced. There are some other advancements because they have been also trying to advance like mobile learning. They explain the different things that can be done with this. For example, task-based learning, where students, or a student or people, suppose workers, I mean, they are learning tasks like in a manufacturing plant, and they are seeing each other, seeing the structure, communicating, learning the tasks, what they have to do with the device, how to do it. They can input the experience right there. In my idea for the lesson plan, I was thinking that people, for example, who are touring in a new city, like these students that are going to be in my lesson plans, they don't need the guide right there to explain everything about the monument or the building. They can all connect in the cell phones with the guide, or suppose an employee in the museum, and he can explain everything about that building or that monument, that part or whatever, because the person is there and is communicating with them. He's seeing the location, the place, uh, the art, artifact that is there, and he can explain them at that moment. So they are learning, and also they can communicate. They can also get what the information that they get in that experience. They can create like a blog when they can enter all that information too, and they create at the end a presentation with all the information. Mobile learning is incredible because you are outside and you are learning and you are communicating at the same time. You are getting experience. You are using vocabulary uh, that are, I mean, because that's employed there at the very moment in the new situation. For example, if you are learning Spanish and you take your cell phone and you go like to a bus shelter and you want to know what is that, I mean, you just try to see there, the translation or the word in Spanish, and maybe you can also get a painting, some video about what is that in Spanish country, I suppose. So there are different ways in which mobile learning can be used. According to the chapters, they have been analyzing the way that technology, the tools can be used, because the teacher still has to include mobile technology in the curriculum for the different tasks or the different assignments and also for assessment. So the way that these tools can be used or can be adjusted to the class is another problem. People are not in class, they are outside and they are under the influence on the environment. There are different aspects with this that they still needs to be studied, need to be researched more. So online learning can become even um, more advanced, more useful for language learning. The other the article in PDF. I mean, the other one that was in the Canvas. It is interesting to see that international companies like this Wube, I don't remember right now the name. It's like to learn Turkish. The name of the program. Um, Iceland is the name of the general project. The name of the software that people learn Turkish and they just adjust learning grammar, vocabulary, like in a game. So they are connecting these two things together because games are a popular way to teach something. You know, people like to do games. If you include language learning um, into this pleasure, I mean, into this task, people would like it more. So in the article, it explains that people learn like grammar, voice recording. They play with the voice recording. They translate like in a game. Um, you know, to learn Turkish. There are also other possibilities, other tools. Uh, Also, it has limitations because I mean it cannot be used maybe for any other language. Some other problems. I think that mobile learning is still on the way. It needs a lot of more research, a lot of more ways to adjust the present tools with the ways and the methodologies to teach and learn a foreign language. This is going to take some time. I think the possibilities are endless, but it needs to be adjusted because even if you are outside, you are still learning. It has to be like in a class. It's not that you are outside on your way. There should be a connection. Uh, so online learning, the environment where you are going to do it, the feedback process with the teacher and the other students, the methodologies, um, the the objectives and the goals of the class, all this has to be correlated and integrated in a way that the student learns outside or inside the way it's supposed to do, you know, and improve their knowledge. Um, so these were my points, my remarks for this video, for this session, and thank you for your time.